Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for September. And this reading is a specialized reading. It's a career and life purpose, not only for September, but it will be all throughout the year until next September. So these are some main events, some of the cards I've meditated on that will have an effect on a lot of you for this year. And the thing why I've done this now in September, it's that whole back to school month. I always feel it's like a new year for me in September. You know, people do start fresh. A lot of people end certain cycles in the summer and then they embark on new paths in the fall season. So I do get inspired around this time, and I do feel a lot of people reflect around this time and they want to make a lot of changes in their life. So it's not only January, the typical new year, that this happens. I feel this does happen more in the fall for a lot of people. So let's see here. You have a lot of interesting main themes. So just to first clear, the difference between, life purpose and career, because a lot of people get confused with both. If you can mix your life purpose and career together, which a lot of people have done, this is great. So, if you could actually get paid for something that's your calling, this is a bonus, right? But not everyone gets the chance to do that. Your job could be totally different with your life's purpose and what spirit has actually intended for you to complete in this lifetime. So, for example, you could be like a salesperson or a construction worker, I don't know, but you could be a really great psychologist naturally, and you help your friends get through situations and you're not getting paid for it. So this is an example I give just to let you know, but you're going to live your life purpose, regardless whether you want it or not, but it's up to you if you want to make it into, an actual career path or a job and get paid for that. So overall, because a lot of people get frustrated, they're not on the right path and they're not doing what they're meant to be doing. You're always in the right path, and you choose things based on your state of mind in that moment. Okay, so you might look back and say I wasted time, but you're, universally supported. Everything has divine timing. So I want you to release those fears on finding that, perfection in your career or anything like that. And just, being content overall with things and having faith that things are happening as planned for you. And if you can change something, as I say, then do it, okay? Focus on what you can control this year, and don't worry so much that you're not on path, because eventually you will connect the dots, and it's all about the journey, not the destination, as you heard. So let's get into your reading. I usually don't talk much before, but I just wanted to clear that up since a lot of people have confusion between life purpose and career. So overall, I mean, there's some common themes in your card spread, and this doesn't have to apply to, this could apply to some of you out there. This is a general reading, so it's not for everyone, but for those listening, you might find a bit of inspiration in each card. I see books, okay, in a lot of your cards. So in the author card, in the writing, those two come very strongly together, and in books. So you have something related to writing or books or studying, okay? The school card didn't come up, but I do feel a lot of you are in books for this year. Like you're really diving deep in a subject matter. That's something I'm getting. Or you're doing a lot of research and analyzing, which requires for you to be in a book. Or maybe it doesn't have to be physical book, it could be online, like your face could be in the computer a lot. So I'm seeing that you're just in something completely. But overall, I do feel a lot of you have a story to share with others. You have experienced a unique life, and I feel that you writing about it or sharing it maybe through a blog or social media, it's part of your life purpose. So maybe you're not getting paid for it, but maybe you decided as a hobby or volunteer to do something with that on the side and to express yourself through this writing piece, okay? I am getting power of healing through music or art and mixing that in there together. So maybe that applies to one person. But let's start with the first. Talk to your angels. Okay, so instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So I have mentioned a lot of my readings, worrying just adds to more stress in the world. It's just causes a low frequency, low vibration. So you're not going to get anything solved from being in a state of stress and just being, you know, scattered and just overwhelmed. It just sends out more stressful energy. So instead of worrying, release all your fears, perhaps through writing and insecurities. And, you know, by seeing a certain theme writing, you take it out of your mind and you put it on a piece of paper. You just put it from one source to another. And because you're a water sign, you are a very sensitive sign and you're very nurturing. I think it's very important for you to release all of what you have inside of you to another source, okay? And I do think that this will help you gain more inspiration and more ideas and creative energy on how to deal with whatever problem is causing you this September moving forward into the year, okay? So this it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen in September. It could pop up at some point throughout the year. Okay, so ask for the guidance from the universe, from your spirit guides, whoever it is you feel comfortable with. You know, it wants you to go on the right path and it wants you open, whatever that source is, that spirit, it wants you open to receive guidance. Okay, it has a message to give you. So make sure you pray to help you release your fears and insecurities and anxieties. And then you'll feel a sense of peace. So just tell yourself out loud, I give this problem to you, okay, to the universe, and help me solve it. I'm done dealing with it. You'll just notice that sense of, you know, freedom and release in that moment you say that. Okay, I'm done worrying about this. I give this to you. Give all your fears out there to the universe. Okay. But author and writing. Wow, what a powerful combination in books. I do feel a lot of you are thinking of writing a book or publishing something this year. Maybe even, you know, writing a screenplay or a comedy script or anything like that. So anything that has to do with getting a message across into the universe. Okay, creation is a big part of your calling. Okay, so if you're working, you know, at a job that has nothing to do with this, perhaps take your time, you know, an hour each day to maybe write a page. If you write a page each day, you'll have 365 pages at the end in 1 year. So that's a whole book right there. Okay, so it takes some time and devotion on your part to go after that dream or desire that you have inside of you. So don't get discouraged. You're like, oh, I have no time, you know, in my 9-to-5 job or whatever job that you do. You do have some time, okay? You can squeeze an hour, even half an hour in the day. You'll catch yourself doing other things, like if you're on social media too much, or, you know, sometimes you have to say no to a friend that wants to hang out with you all the time. So just look at your priorities and really come to a balance and learning to say no in some situations so you get that chance to really focus to work towards your dream. Okay, so I am getting a lot of you do get caught up with the good times and nurturing other people and being there for others. So you might have to say no this year to do whatever it is you need to do for your dreams. So one half of you, I see you like really creative and in your own little world and being, you know, in books, studying. Perhaps you will take a degree this year. You're thinking of getting a certificate. Maybe it's like a fast track thing too, because I do see you intensely studying. It could be that. But if you get the chance to do a workshop or a course that's more related to what you want to do and your desired path, definitely go for it, okay? This is the time right now. I feel a lot of you can do this. Okay, so don't think, oh, I'm too old, I don't have time. No, these are all excuses. Just get in there, sign up for that course, and do it, okay? You'll find that the universe will, rearrange itself. Like, it's gonna make some time for you. It's very strange how it happens, but once you say, I'm signing up for that, I'm taking that trip, I don't know if I'll be free then, but you'll find there's something that works out in the end. That's at least that's happened for me in my life. So I hope you can believe that it will happen for you too. But overall, take the time to brainstorm different ideas that you have. Maybe you're working along someone that's has their own business, and you're kind of helping them on the side with like administrative duties. So maybe there's a job that comes up with you being the backup person, or the person taking notes, maybe in a court where you're the person writing down quickly what the other person is saying, and you're catching things between the lines. So it could be that's maybe one or two of you out there, but somewhere where you're writing a lot. Let's see here. So yeah, something in the media, publishing, magazines, books. Books also, if you're not doing anything career or job focused in books, maybe you're going to be doing a lot of reading this year. I see you learning from books and getting inspired. So perhaps take a walk in your library. Perhaps there might be a book there that will call to you that maybe you're meant to read. So you're going to find that inspires you to maybe change your career path altogether, or live a certain lifestyle altogether. So you never know what can come out of something. There's something somebody else writes that totally sparks something in you. So you will learn something through books this year, okay? You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Working in a bookstore can be a part of this as well. So something of learning, working in a bookstore, and just that brings you more joy because you get your quiet time. You're surrounded by, literature and authors that you love, and then you could help other people open up to their own desires and passions through books, okay? A lot of you have an interest, so that was a big part with authors writing in books. A lot of you got that. And then I see another part of you working, nurturing children and youth, okay? You bring a lot of healing energy to the youth of the world. So maybe doing teaching in an elementary, high school, maybe you're helping youth find employment, something in social work, social justice field would benefit you a lot. Or maybe working in a daycare. You could be taking care of another person's child this year. Maybe you're an aunt or an uncle. But overall, children are very much drawn to you. You have this nurturing ability, and these readings really amaze me because you are a Cancer and you're really good nurturing, and you're like, naturally great with children. You have this humor about you, this child within inside of you. So children really connect with you, which is amazing. But overall, I mean, your life purpose could even involve you being a mother or a father and just raising children. Maybe you have a part-time gig you're doing, or maybe you're doing something creative, but maybe your main job or life purpose is being, in the house and nurturing your children and inspiring children in some way. Okay, whether you're getting paid or you're not getting paid. So you are living on purpose always. Okay, Spirit has something intended for you. You're going to do it. Okay, if you can mix that together, like I said, your calling, life purpose with your job, your career that you do, then all the better. But don't be afraid if you're not, getting paid for whatever it is that you're doing. You're still giving out love to people around you. The main purpose for the world is love, okay? And to raise the vibration of the planet. As long as you keep doing that, you're following that, and you're giving love and nurturing, you're already on purpose, okay? So don't feel discouraged if you haven't found your plan yet, or your, your perfect career. All right, you'll find that along the way as you go, you're going to connect the dots. I do feel music is very strong here. So your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. Okay, it opens your soul to receive ideas and divine messages. So you could actually be using, for many of you, it could be whatever the card is in itself. You could be a musician, you could be playing an instrument, you could be learning an instrument. It could be a part of your career path, but it could also be something that brings in more healing in your life. So you could be doing it as a form of meditation, okay? But look at this, the children card, there's someone playing an instrument, and then the violin person in the music card. These here I feel are both connected. It could apply to a few of you out there, but I do get a feeling of using music as a form of healing in teaching, or being a music teacher and inspiring kids, children, to connect to their own passions or to their own true selves through this way. So a lot of you have that unique ability where you could use music to help inspire and to connect to children on a deep level and help them develop their talents. But overall, I see you connecting to children, to kids. They trust you. They look up to you for leadership, especially. Okay. And, you know, using your talents to inspire children or to teach children. Okay, so that's an interesting mix here. You have like a thread of a common theme of books and being absorbed in a subject, and then you also have music, or just, you know, being creative in your teaching class or workshop, and helping those younger than you really connect to themselves through music or art. So you're bringing in something crafty, I feel, to whatever it is you're teaching. And it could also be a creative way you're bringing in your work environment to bring in more brainstorming or inspiration. So maybe it doesn't necessarily have to do, you're in an educational institution or anything like that. You could be in a business environment of some sort, corporation, and you're bringing in a little bit more creativity in the way that you do the work. It could even be designing your own new, like instead of cubicles, it's like more open concept or something like that. So it could be you're bringing in more creative atmosphere to your work. So that's an example there. But overall, you know, this is great. Like I said before, get into that workshop you wanted to, get into that certificate program. There's an area of study that's calling for you this year, and I do feel you're going to really dive deep into it. But overall, this applies to editors, you know, people in the writing business, musicians, you know, learning a new instrument. And again, this doesn't have to be your main job. It could be something you do part-time. It could be a volunteer thing. It could be just taking an hour a day from your busy schedule to complete what it is you want to complete towards your goals and your plans. Okay, so that's everything I'm picking up from this. If there's something else that you feel others should know, like a certain job that pops up for you, make sure you put in the comment section so people learn from you as well. However you got inspired with this reading. So when you take the time to reflect, I will put it on Facebook. I'll put it on my Instagram. Just search New Age Angie and you'll find it there. If you'd like a personal reading, I can do this for you and bring up cards that relate specifically for you. I do mix some astrology and numerology in there. Just find the link below before the comment section, and I find that you will feel that's a very beneficial reading. It's one of my favorites. I've specialized too in career counseling, so it is one of my strongest readings that I feel will help you a lot. So overall, have a great September, and I'll see you next month to continue my regular readings again. So have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.